This screencast covers how to use Ebsco databases. If you don't know how to get to this screen, then you need to watch the database overview screencast first, and it will tell you how to get here very quickly in the first few seconds. Once you're here, if you're interested in Ebsco, you're going to click it, and it's going to take you here. When you are at school, you will not need to log into Ebsco, but when you are at home, you do need to log in. It's a pretty complicated username, so you need to be sure that you get the salmon-colored flyer from the library so that you can access this when you're trying to research on your own time. When you're in here, you have a lot of choices. Ebsco is a very broad database, and it is very popular among colleges, so it's one that you should probably become familiar with before you head off to college. Kids Search and Searchosaurus you're probably not going to ever need. You can see right here from the grade levels, middle school students and K-2 students, not things that you're really interested in. Student Research Center, this is probably something you'll use. Science Reference Center and Consumer Health Complete, things that you might use for your science and health classes. You're probably not going to use this, but you are going to use all of these. If you're just starting out on your research, Quick Search is a good place to start. I always tend to prefer Academic Search Elite because its sources are so much more authoritative. Doesn't matter which one of those you click, you're going to get a screen that looks kind of like this. And then you get a lot of choices. You can choose specific databases. So I can select or deselect all because I selected just Academic Search Elite. There it is. So now I know that this is what I'm searching for. And then I always suggest an advanced search, and here's why, is that Ebsco is a very broad database. When you're at college and you find an article that is not available online, but does show up in the Ebsco database, then you can request that article to be sent to you, but that is not something that we have the capability to do. So you need to do an advanced search and click full text. And then you have all these limiters. So you can also limit by a year. Maybe you're doing something that's very current, and so you don't want dates that are older than just a year or two. You can select what type of document you're interested in. If you need images, you can select those. You can select a language. You can select publication type. And let's just say for the fun of it, we're going to search for cancer. It will come up with a list of similar terms. So maybe I thought I wanted cancer, but in reality I want cancer screening. And this brings up this beautiful list of hits. So on the left, I can refine my results without having to go back, which is the nice thing that sort of sets Ebsco apart from other databases, I think. I can just edit as I look at it here. Maybe I just want things published since 2004. And it will update my results, and I can see this number change over here. Maybe I only want scholarly journals, which is something you're going to use a lot when you get to college. And there, that knocked out another 200 or so articles that I don't have to look at. As I look through these, I've already clicked full text, so I know they're all full text. But if you don't see this full text link down here, then you need to be sure you clicked this button. And a few things you should look for. Firstly, here is sort of an abbreviated version of a citation. You want to be sure that the date is current. It gives you some background information, and it does tell me where my search terms are so I can see whether it's actually something I wanted. So be sure you read this before you click the article, otherwise you're going to be wasting a lot of time if maybe this tells me very clearly this isn't what I want. It's also got subjects, so I can use that to help myself if I need to broaden my search. So I can do clinical trials, medical research. There are all kinds of other terms that I can use to search for. This is really handy, the subjects list, for people who genuinely are just starting to research a topic and don't know a lot about it. Because how would I know about follow-up studies, maybe? Why would I think of that if I didn't know a lot about my subject? So that's something that you need to consider. Other options. You can narrow your topics down through this as well. You can say I want cancer screening or patient safety, and that will update my search. When I find an article I want, let's say I want this PDF full text. And the PDF in your MacBook is a little funky, and sometimes it doesn't want to load. and sometimes it does. So if it does not want to load, you can try a variety of other things. For the most part, I would say that you're probably going to be okay. If you get stuck, just bring your MacBook to the library and we will help you out. Be sure that you use this link right here to email a document to yourself. It's fantastically important that you do that, or else you are going to lose all of your research.